Hey, you guys. I feel like it's been a while. So I wanted to share this parable with you that is retold in The Alchemist, the amazing novel by Paulo Coelho. And it's about this concept of how life is about balance and that we're always sort of having to deal with multiple circumstances at the same time. And so, like, we're never necessarily fully going to get like the perfect circumstances to build our dream or live our dream or whatever, because we're always dealing with a lot of obstacles and stuff like that. And that's kind of like part of the experience of life. So, the story in The Alchemist, the parable that's retold, is about this young man who seeks out this great master for wisdom. And the great master lives in this big, beautiful castle, and there's this like aura around him. This is a story from The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. And so the young man is there to seek the wisdom of life. And what he gets in response is, "Hey there, Miguel. I'm telling a story from The Alchemist." So this young man is seeking wisdom from this king. And the king says, "Well, here's what I'm going to teach you. I want you to take this spoon full of oil, and I want you to make sure, hello, Stephen, I want to make sure that you don't spill any of the oil from the spoon at all. Don't let a drop fall off of the spoon, and go check out my amazing castle." So the young man leaves the presence of the king, and he's walking around with a spoonful of oil, and everywhere he goes he's just fixated on not spilling the oil. And he comes back to the king and he says, "Look, I managed to walk all through your castle for hours and I never let any of the oil spill." And the king says, "Did you see the circus performers? And did you see the marble statues? And did you see the gilded staircase? And did you see my incredible garden?" And the young man is like, "No, I didn't see any of that because I was focused on not spilling the oil." So he says, go back and do it again." So this time the young man goes and he's looking at everything and it's just like incredible and amazing. And he comes back and the spoon is completely empty of oil. And the king says, "You need to learn how to do both. You need to be able to keep the oil in the spoon. So, like, maintain your presence and your groundedness, and be able to engage with what's around you at the present moment and appreciate it." And I think he goes back and does it again. I can't remember. But since I am observing the Baha'i fast right now, which is this daylight fast, so while the sun is up, I don't eat or drink, so long as health is good and that sort of thing. And it's interesting because it's a really spiritual time of year, and I look forward to it. I feel like I have more time. There's this like constant sense of spiritual connection with hunger pains, and it's such a great time to pray and to think about like life goals and that sort of thing. But then at the same time, there are the physical effects of fasting, like brain fog and being cranky and being distracted with hunger pangs or lethargy, that seem to contradict this spiritual benefit of the fast. Like, oh, I could be really spiritual right now if only I wasn't seeing pizza every time I close my eyes. So I just found myself thinking about this story from The Alchemist and this balance. And again, since I'm observing the fast, that is part of my faith. Like, I know there's a spiritual wisdom to it, that this whole tension, this dynamic tension of it, these obstacles that seem to contradict the main goal, must in reality be a way to actually reach the higher wisdom and higher goal. So, in life in general, it's rarely going to be the perfect time to do anything. And So it's like just a reminder to maintain our presence and also um, take the steps for our dreams or our goals, or practice our virtues even when it's inconvenient, or all these things. That life is about doing both at the same time, and sort of connecting with the spiritual and the nitty gritty real. Yeah, that's how the fast feels. It's like super real and then kind of in theory lofty at the same time. So that's my rant for the day. Let me know if you have any thoughts about this in your own experience. All right. Bye bye.